House of the Dragon
Okay,
episode
first of
1
all,
be like.
I need a family tree. I need a map, because anything Game of Thrones related be confusing as hell. So let me go ahead and study this little cliff notes. Okay, King Viserys, I'm sorry, homie, but you got a monkeypox on your back, and you're probably gonna die soon. Hence the rush to pick a successor. So it's been real with him, but I don't think he's gonna make it through this whole season. Queen Emma did not get a fair shake. They literally was like, oh, we about to do a C-section and we ain't gonna tell her. We ain't gonna tell her. And this is the medieval times, I guess. I don't know what the era is. And she don't have no sedation or nothing. We just gonna cut her. Okay, but yes, black man with dress. Yes, I said, let me find out. They got some Blackgarians. I think his name is Corley Valerian or whatever. I don't care what it is. We got a black person with dreads in the thing, and I'm all right with that. Okay, but Brother Damon, we've already established. Let me tell you something. I know King Joffrey, Ramsay Bolton energy when I see it. This one, batshit. Batshit. He would definitely be a Mad King. But why did Otto Hightower try to pimp out his daughter? Literally on the day that King Viserys lost his wife, Emma, he gonna send his daughter in there talking about put on a nice dress. Ooh. And she went in there too with a nice dress on, you know, trying to seduce the king. I think, I didn't read the book, so forgive me. There's a lot of stuff that I don't know. But yeah, I think she's gonna be King Viserys' next wife. And then there's gonna be some trouble between her and Rhaenyra, because they're like besties. I don't know. Speaking of Rhaenyra, she getting ready to be a bad bitch. Okay, she's about to be the first woman on the Iron Throne. Come to find out, Targaryens got a lot of boss bitch in their family tree. And literally, those were all my thoughts watching this. Obviously, I'm gonna run it back. I'm probably gonna watch it a couple more times before next week, but I think this is about to be the new thing. This is good. I think this series is going to be good. I mean, they came out the bat swinging. What do y'all think about it? We got the theme music back. A lot happened in this episode. This is like within the first 5 minutes, you got a bunch of mother on the beach in a crab boil. Like, what in the juicy crab is going on? Zaddy Corley's comes through and like, yo, these crab feeders are fucking my sailors. Bitch, I have my ships, or I want to go to war with the free cities. But speaking of Corley's, why Corley's and his wife Rhaenys, the queen that never was, try to pimp out their 12-year-old daughter to marry King Viserys? Lena? You talking about 12-year-old Lena? What in the catch a predator is going on here? So Rhaenys and Rhaenyra have a little kiki, and you know, Rhaenys is like, oh, does it bother you that your daddy is about to marry a 12-year-old child? And Rhaenyra's like, bitch, it would bother you? That's your child. You know, Rhaenys try to project onto her and be like, girl, they don't want no woman to be on the throne. And Rhaenyra's like, bitch, that was you. Your time is over. Daemon then came up with a whole lie talking about he gonna marry his mistress. He want to have a baby, or the baby's on the way. So he done stole a dragon egg. Oh, my lash. He done stole a dragon egg, took it back to Dragonstone because he conquered Dragonstone now. And a specific dragon egg, the dragon egg that was supposed to be King Viserys' son, the heir. He stole that particular specific dragon egg. Like, if Petty Boots was a person, it'd be Daemon. So Rhaenyra was like, let me just pull up on my dragon. So she's talking big shit to Daemon, like, okay, you at my house, in my house, with my brother's egg? I'm the reason why you got disinherited, homie. Give me back the egg. So Daemon act like he playing football. He on the football field. Boom, you know, gives her back the egg. She gets the egg back safely, no bloodshed. And because, you know, only a woman could do that, right? Okay, so King Viserys comes to his senses. He's like, I can't marry that child. So I'm going to marry Alicent. Alicent been sneaking up in my room, chatting me up at night. I'm going to marry her. Corley takes that personal, that King Viserys shot down his offer to be betrothed to be betrothed to 12-year-old Lena. So then he goes behind the king's back and links up with Daemon's crazy asses. Like, hey, bro, we both agree that the king is not kinging like the king should be kinging in this day at King's Landing. So we need to work together on this. And Daemon's basically like, listen, I can talk shit about my brother, but you can't. But I'm listening though. I thought it was a dope episode. You know, things are turning up. Did y'all like this episode? Tonight's episode of House of the Dragon, baby. First of all, I had to pull out my family tree again because I had to see where Prince Aegon falls. Okay, apparently 3 years has passed since last week's episode, and Daemon is over there just up at the Stepstones, right? They're at war. Prince Aegon, which is King Viserys' firstborn son, which technically should be the heir, he is turning 2. So they're celebrating Prince Aegon's, which is Rhaenyra's younger brother, celebrating his 2nd birthday. She can't be bothered. Here come Alicent. Now she's the queen, and she's like, yo, your daddy said, where you at? You need to come over here and eat, because we finna eat, and then we go into that hunt thing. And Rhaenyra's like, bitch, I'm journaling. What do you like who wants me to come, you or my dad? Because if it's you, I'm not fucking with you, but if it's my dad, I'll come. Okay, Rhaenyra is 7. She's 10 plus 7. I don't know how they said it. Anyway, she's 17. She's of age. So now King Viserys is really putting the pressure on her to like be married. And Rhaenyra's like, chill, bruh. All women don't see marriage and having babies as their one life accomplishment. Anyway, and then Jason Lannister enters the chat, and he's very much a Lannister. This Lannister is Lannistering like a Lannister never Lannister. Oh, okay. He's giving me Jaime Lannister vibes, you know, and he's also a twin. And you know, I'll be doing them twins, them Lannister twins, because they get a little zesty with the incesty. Rhaenyra is not feeling Jason Lannister at all, but she still got eyes for Sir Criston. I mean, look at the material. It's giving Jon Snow. Meanwhile, Otto at it again. You know, he'll just say any damn thing. He proposed that Rhaenyra, who is 17, marries Prince Aegon, which is her little brother, who's 2 years old. Corlys and his men over there, Daemon over there, losing the fight. And guess who enters the chat? We got us another one, y'all. Also, get into this moment, okay? Big fine. So they kikiing around the table like, how we gonna win this? Daemon then got us into some crazy shit. Queen Alicent goes and talks to King Viserys and is like, look, Daemon is over there with the stepping stones. He done bit off more than he can chew. You need to go help your brother. I think I've been saying stepping stones the whole time. I mean the step stones. Y'all know black people don't be saying stuff right now. So Daemon's like, okay, my brother wanna send help. Nah, fam. Like, I don't need his He ends up killing the main crab feeder dude, this dude. And you know what? He made me itch. Anyway, Daemon ends up killing him, winning the war. And there you have it. Next episode, Daemon gonna be like, baby, yesterday's prize is not today's prize, baby. The prize done.
House of the Dragon episode for Be Light.
What in the Target? What? Bruh. Oh, I fell out. Are y'all gonna be zesty with the incesty all season long? I'm not gonna be able to deal with it. This is the only shit I want to talk about tonight. First of all, and maybe some of you guys picked up on it too, on the first episode when we first see Daemon, right? And he's sitting on the throne and Rhaenyra walks in, there was some weird energy there. I picked up on it. I was like, you know, maybe I'm tripping, but the energy felt inappropriate. Nothing had happened, but it just felt off. But baby, I was not ready for what happened tonight. Daemon takes his niece to the trap. They see them a little show, takes her to a hoe house, and then they get just like a little frisky, right? Like, it actually looked like to me at first that they had a little bit of sex. And Daemon, you know, runs away. I don't know if he necessarily runs away because he feels bad, but from what I heard, he couldn't get it up. After that happened, Rhaenyra goes upstairs and Sir Kristen. Baby, if this ain't no Game of Thrones shit here. So one of the little kids that was hanging out in the trap that saw Daemon and Rhaenyra went back and told Otto Hightower, which we know his opportunity ass could not wait to tell the king. So Queen Alicent overhears this and she's like, Rhaenyra, what did you do last night? Rhaenyra's like, I ain't do nothing. You know, we went to the trap, I had a little drink, that was it. Queen Alicent said, bitch, that's what you did. This is what you did and your daddy knows. So Viserys confronts Daemon. He knows it's true because he knows his brother ain't shit. Says, Daemon, get the out of here. Then he's like, Rhaenyra, girl, you got us in the game. You can't be exposing yourself like this. You know what? You're gonna marry Rhaenyra Valerian, right? And she's like, if I was a dude, you know, you wouldn't care. So Rhaenyra's like, okay, if I gotta marry Rhaenyra, you need to do what you need to do as a king and get rid of Otto. Get him the out of here. So that's exactly what King Viserys does. So then somebody comes to Rhaenyra's room later that night after she talked to the king and brought her some medieval royal plan B, y'all. They done gave Princess Rhaenyra a plan B. Like, I'm unable to can. Baby, this episode of the House of the Dragon was full of what? We meet Rhea Royce, who is Daemon's legitimate wife. And Daemon, being the crazy person he is, killed her immediately. It was giving high and by. So Queen Alicent is really upset because her daddy has to leave, Otto Hightower. Meanwhile, Rhaenyra and King Viserys and the whole squad pull up on Corlys' crib. And you know Corlys is probably still salty, honey, because King Viserys turned down his proposal to marry his 12-year-old daughter, Laena, which is her. And like, what's the time frame that's passed? I am literally losing track of time. Time is timing different than I know time to time within this whole House of the Dragon realm. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Lord Larry's is spilling hella tea about Rhaenyra's OG Plan B tea. Anyway, so King Viserys is like, look, Corlys, we need to join houses. What it do? So Corlys is like, cool, that sounds like a good idea and everything, but I need a little bit of clarity. I need to know how the succession is going to be handled, okay? And basically King Viserys is like, cool, you know, I'll do you a solid. Like, they can have the Valerian last name for a little bit, but when it's time to reign, baby, we keeping this Targaryen train running, boo-boo. And wherever tea was spilled, he was somewhere sipping. Come to find out, both Rhaenyra and Laena like men's. So she's like, look, I like men's, you like men's. We'll get married, kiki, we'll go shopping, do all the fun shit. Then you do you and I do me. So the royal wedding celebration starts. Daemon's crazy ass had the nerve to show up, and you know everywhere he goes, he's bringing the drama. So Daemon's wife, whom he killed at the beginning of the episode, her cousin steps up to Daemon like, look, bitch, I know what you did. I know you killed my cousin. And Daemon's like, I don't know what you talking about. But since you up here talking shit, I am going to inherit a runestone. So he's like, bitch, I'm coming to collect. There go our man again, sipping that tea, baby. Everybody turning up. Here come Daemon with his sneaky ass getting all up in Rhaenyra's face. And child, I think they had the nerve to kiss on the dance floor. Next thing you know, some bull pops off. Laenor's boo, male boo, confronted Sir Kristen because he got wind, or he knows tea, and he knows that Rhaenyra had sex with him, and he was like, look, Laenor is my boo, Rhaenyra is your boo, we gonna keep they secrets. And he goes ham, like completely annihilates him, ends up killing him. Laenor has to go ahead and move forward with moving Rhaenyra after he literally just saw his boy toy get killed. King Viserys just couldn't take a child. You know, King Viserys he's knocking on the upper room, honey. I don't know how long he's gonna be with us. Can we start here? The material. And I had to pull out my trusty family tree documents because a whole lot of kids entered the chat. So right out the gate, Rhaenyra pops out a baby. And I know everybody peeped it right out the gate. Queen Alicent was throwing some shade because she was like, oh, Laena, maybe sooner or later you may get a baby that looks like you. Spilling the tea that Rhaenyra has been sleeping with the commander of City Watch, Sir Harwin, this fine specimen. So Sir Harwin is the father of all 3 of Rhaenyra's kids. Rhaenyra's son, oldest son, Jaehaerys, who is the prince and will be her successor, he gets a dragon. You know, dragons are all the rage. They're in season, fall 2022. They went on sale Friday at noon. If you didn't get them, they sold out, so you're gonna have to wait till next season. So Sir Criston is out there training with all the boys. Sir Harwin, who is really Rhaenyra's kid's father, goes out there and he has something to say about the way that Criston is training them. And Sir Criston is still salty over Rhaenyra, so he basically calls him out. What, you they daddy or something? Ooh, and then Sir Harwin goes off. He's like, say that shit again, say it again. So Sir Harwin is actually Lionel, who was Hand of the King, actually his son. So he was like, boy, you done went out there and showed your ass. So Rhaenyra knows that the streets are talking, and she's like, you know, I feel some tension between you and I, Queen Alicent. How about your oldest daughter, Helena, marries my oldest son, Jaehaerys? And Alicent was like, girl, bye. Girl, we'll consider it. Next caller. Lionel goes to the king. He's like, hey, bruh, I can't be your hand no more, bruh. You can't just dip. So he was like, I'll stay, but I gotta get my son the here. So Queen Alicent just needs a vent. So she goes and kikis with Loose Lips Laurie, who is actually Sir Harwin's brother. Meanwhile, Prince Daemon is a family man. He married Rhaenyra Velaryon, and she is gorgeous. And they have 2 beautiful black babies. And see, Rhaenyra's oldest son, he's like, listen, is Sir Harwin my father? Am I a bastard? The audacity. So at this time, Rhaenyra's like, bitch, gotta go. Meanwhile, Daemon's beautiful wife, Laena, she's pregnant. She ends up having trouble delivering. She went and instructed for her dragon to like burn her because she knew she was gonna die and she knew the baby was gonna die. So this was a super sad moment. Meanwhile, Loose Lip Laurie's then went and burnt up his brother, Sir Harwin, and basically tried to say that Queen Alicent told him to do it. And she was like, baby, I didn't ask you to do that. Don't you put that shit on me. Bitch. Did y'all see tonight's Baby, the drama? I thought I was watching the Real Housewives of Driftmark. The girls were fighting. Okay, so they start off with Lena's funeral, right? Didn't nobody send me no message. I ain't see the obituary. Who did the body? So Jaehaerys is like, why we not at Sir Harwin in them funeral? We shouldn't be here. Rhaenyra's like, no, that'd be inappropriate. Your 2 cousins just lost their mama. Go over there. And he does, baby, but one of these things does not belong. Laenor is distraught. And Laenor's dad, Corlys, was like, hey, bruh, I know you my son's boyfriend. Go get his ass. So later on, Rhaenys and Corlys is talking about basically succession, right? And Rhaenys is like, look, let's just call it what it is. I'm just gonna say it. Rhaenyra's kids are not of your bloodline, honey. And then she's like, you know, to memorialize our daughter Laena, let's have Driftwood. Is it Driftwood? Driftmark. Let's have Driftmark be passed down to Baela. So Corley's like, you just gonna cut Laenor out? And then Rhaenys was like, hell yeah, them ain't your grandkids. So, you know, Rhaenyra could not wait to get along with Daemon. So they go on a little walk, you know, a little walk on the beach, real cute. And, you know, she's basically talking shit about Laenor. She was like, listen, I tried to have a baby by him. The sex was terrible. I did not enjoy it. So I had to get me a little side piece. And Daemon was like, I know you did. Anyway, these 2 fools, child, like we all saw it coming. She basically was like, Daemon, you left me. And he was like, I was doing you a favor. You was a child. And then Rhaena was like, I'm grown now. Meanwhile, Aemon done got himself a dragon, y'all. They were sold out last Friday at noon. He missed that sale, but he said, damn it, I'ma have one, even if I got to go steal it. So he boosted one, and he actually got Laena's dragon, Vhagar. So Laena's daughters are like, Aemon, you stole our mother's dragon. Damn, she ain't even coal in the ground yet. And he's like, your mama dead. Okay, that dragon is mine. Then, baby, all hell breaks loose, honey. They get in a fight, baby. The girls was tussling in that cave, okay? Laena's girls they jump on Aemon. Aemon punches the girls, Baela punches him, and then Jacaerys jumps in, and then even the baby jumped in, y'all. Baby, it was this part for me. Child, Rhaenyra's oldest son, Jacaerys, pulls out a knife on Aemon and ends up taking out the boy's eye. So all hell breaks loose, okay? Meanwhile, Rhaenyra comes stumbling in, after her and Daemon had sex. But she comes in and she like, who the fuck attacked my boys? King Viserys like, what the fuck going on? He done lost the eye, and that pissed Alicent off. She had enough. So Rhaenyra was like, my boys, they were protecting themselves, okay? Something needs to be done about Aemon, because he was spreading rumors about them, right? About Sir Harwin or whatever. So Viserys still playing dumb. He's like, what insults? I don't know what you're talking about. Then Otto was like, ooh, T, you gonna tell him? So she was like, basically, one of them boys was questioning, my son's birth, trying to say that these babies aren't Laenor's. So Viserys is like, I want to know who was spreading the rumors, okay? So Aemon, he really got that from his mom, Alicent, but he didn't snitch on his mom. He snitched on Aegon, his older brother, who is a drunk. So Aegon was like, bruh, we all know them ain't Laenor's kids. And she is pissed. And she's like, y'all done took one of my boys' eyes, eye for an eye around this bitch. So King Viserys like, we not doing that. So Queen Alicent loses it, okay? She pulls out a knife and steps to Rhaenyra like, you hoes be tripping. Like, I'm gonna bash you in your shit. Otto couldn't wait to talk about something. He goes to see Alicent and was like, Alicent, I ain't know you had that in you, boo-boo. I ain't know you would get ratchet. Yes. And Laenor gonna pull up after all the chaos like, what happened? Child. So Rhaenyra is completely over Laenor. She's in love with her uncle Daemon. So she basically proposes to him, is like, look, we need to link up, we need to get married, you know what I'm saying? And so Daemon is like, well, the only way we can do that is if Laenor is dead. And then Rhaenyra was like, true. So Daemon goes to Laenor's boo, Carl, and is like, look, bruh, you a nobody, but you got skills, but you could get paid. If you would just kill Laenor for us, everything's all good. So he confronts Laenor downstairs, and we think that he's whooping Laenor's ass. They get into a sword fight, The camera cuts to Corlys and them coming down the stairs trying to figure out what's going on. The next thing you know, they're pulling a burnt body out of the fireplace, and we think that's Laenor. But plot twist, bitch. Laenor lives, and he finna go on vacation. Okay. So by the end of the episode, Rhaenyra and Daemon legit get married. And I don't know what the time frame is there, but I think they got married the day after his wife's funeral. Just no shame. But yeah, they gonna link up, they gonna run this mother, do all the things, okay? Y'all. Did y'all watch? 6 years has passed, right? So Rhaenys is basically like, look, I haven't seen my husband Corlys in 6 years. So basically they're saying they think he's dead. So now they're trying to figure out who is going to be the heir to the Driftwood throne. And it is Driftwood. They've been using Driftwood and Driftmark interchangeably. Okay, so I was not wrong last time. Rhaenys says that Corlys wanted Laenor and Rhaenyra's younger son, Lucerys, to be the successor. So Vaemon ain't having that shit. Meanwhile, Daemon and Rhaenyra living their best life at Dragonstone, okay? More dragons are in stock, okay? Daemon went and got 3, boo-boo. So you better get them while supplies last. Also, this girl pregnant again, y'all. She finna pop out another baby. So basically, her and Daemon had a chit-chat, and they're like, look, they're trying to figure out who the successor is supposed to be over at Driftmark. We're gonna go down to King's Landing and petition for Lucerys to be the heir to the throne. Alicent's oldest son, Aegon, ain't nothing but a damn drunk. Well, he done got drunk and assaulted the girl, and the girl came up to Alicent and told her what happened. Alicent was like, look, I'm gonna give you some coin, okay? Then I'm gonna give you some of that OG Plan BT. But baby, when I tell you they keep that OG Plan BT hot, okay, they keeps the kettle on the stove. So they arrive, child, and listen, I know King Viserys got to be tired. He got one foot in the upper room. I mean, you see, they already got him casket fresh, baby. Look at the shirt. So obviously he's in really bad shape. And they're like, look, who is running shit around here? They're talking to Queen Alicent. Y'all got him drunk off the milk of the paparitas. And honestly, if two people were a corporate, nice, nasty email exchange, it definitely would have been Rhaenyra and Alicent. So Alicent was like, look here, bitch. Don't be up in here in my house. I've been taking care of your sick ass daddy, waiting on him hand and foot, trying to accuse me of trying to steal the throne. We handling shit over here. Mind your business. And I'm gonna just pretend like y'all didn't make those accusations, okay? And then she closed out the email with best regards. So Rhaenyra and her auntie Rhaenys end up kikiing again, honey. And you know all they do is trade insults and throw shade, honey. So then Rhaenyra always trying to cut a deal. She always trying to leverage something. So she's like, listen, how about Laena's kids, Laena's girls, become betrothed to my boys, and then we'll unite houses, and they gonna run shit after a while. Rhaenys was like, okay, I'll consider it. Next caller. Everybody is showing up at the petition to try to figure out who is going to be the successor of Driftmark, right? So Vaemond was like, man, they got me let me pull up, bro. And then King Viserys got up out of his deathbed, child. He said, let me walk the Green Mile. This will be my last time walking to the throne. And let me handle this shit because I'm ready to die. They stressing me out. So King Viserys basically has Rhaenyra's back, as he always does. Baby, when I say Vaemond popped off, listen, Vaemond been waiting to say some shit. Had all this up in here. Vaemond said, I'm tired of this shit. I'm just gonna say it. I'm willing to die today. Rhaenyra's boys, they are not Valerian, baby. He called her kids bastards and then called Rhaenyra a hoe right in front of King Viserys, baby. I said, my baby ready to die. He ready to die. So basically, Daemon kills him. Obviously, I'm not going to show it, but my God. Okay, so after all that drama, child, they sit down for a nice dinner. King Viserys was basically like, this is my last meal, and I just want to have all my kids together, happy and merry. So Alicent and Rhaenyra made up. Like, it was a really, really sweet moment. Then, baby, King Viserys got up and was like, I want y'all to look upon my face. Baby, he took the mask off, and baby, everybody was like, put your mask back on. King Viserys is like, everybody's dancing and having fun and being merry. I have all my family together. I'm happy now, okay? Now I can die in peace. So they roll King Viserys on out of there, and the rest of the family stays there, and that's when the drama happens. And this was a full circle moment. Remember when the days when Aemon ain't have no dragon and they brought him a boar? I mean, sometimes the jokes write themselves, right? So Viserys, who actually took out Aemon's eye, cackled a little bit, and you know Aemon was ready to pop off. So Aemon got up there and made a toast to Rhaenyra's strong boys. Mind you, Sir Harwin's last name is Strong. Baby, the shade of it all. Then baby, the boys get the tussling again, honey. So then at the very end, Viserys is literally 2 toes inside the upper room. Like, he's literally about to take his last breath, right? And so he starts talking about Aegon and the dream about the Song of Ice and Fire, and Prince Aegon is the prince that was promised. So according to the preview for next week's show, Alicent takes that as in Prince Aegon, I think, and you guys, I know you guys will let me know if I'm wrong, but that her oldest son, her son with Viserys, his name is Aegon. So I'm thinking she means that it's Viserys' wish for him to be the heir. I was thinking that he was talking about Rhaenyra's youngest baby, Aegon. I could be wrong. You guys let me know your interpretation. Y'all know I don't read the books, so there's a lot of things I don't know, but I depend on you guys to let me know, because y'all let me know when I'm wrong all the time. King Viserys is dead. He's been waiting 16 long years to die, okay? And now he's finally at peace. Thank God. Remember when Viserys, he was about to take his last breath, and he thought that Alicent was Rhaenyra, and he was finishing his story about the prince that was promised, and Alicent interpreted that to be, oh, his dying wish is to have my oldest dumbass drunk ass son to succeed him and be the king. And that literally was not what Viserys was saying. So Otto was like, oh, say word? King Viserys wants my grandson to succeed him? Say less, baby. We already got a plan. So part of Otto's plan is to kill Rhaenyra because she is going to challenge the throne. And Alicent is not cool with that. She's like, King Viserys would not want y'all to kill his daughter. Like we not doing that. So Otto tells Sir Eric, the Doublemint twins, that to go find Prince Aegon and bring him to him. So Alicent is like, look, Sir Kristen, hold me down, baby. I know you be holding me down. And first of all, did y'all get into this moment? This was kind of an intimate moment. I think it's a little bit of foreshadowing there. She was like, look, you know, if you feel for me, you're a queen. I need you to go find my son, Aegon, and bring his ass back to me. You know, so the Doublemint twins get down there looking for Prince Aegon, and they learn a whole lot about Prince Aegon. We all know he a drunk and he crazy and he a hoe, but he basically been down there in the city making babies. Probably got more kids than Nick Cannon. And he also is part of this whole thing where they have all these little kids in a pit and they got little sharp teeth and they in there fighting. Like, Aegon, we knew you was in some shit. You into that shit? So this girl rolls up on the Doublemint twins and is like, look, I know where Aegon is. Okay, I could take you to the White Worm. You gonna want to hear what she got to say, but you got to bring Otto's ass down here, okay? Meanwhile, Sir Kristen and Aemon, who went with him to find Prince Aegon, they in the city too, looking for his dumb drunk ass. Also, let me find out Aemon is bow-legged. Okay, you know what they say about bow-legged men. So they get Otto down there in the city to meet with White Worm. And come to find out, White Worm is used to be Daemon's mistress. And she's like, I know where Aegon is, but that fool be coming down here and be participating in the kids with the pit with the little sharp teeth, and we don't want that shit happening down here. And I will let you know where he is, but you need to make sure he don't be coming down here to Flea Bottom, Flea Bird, or Flea something like that. So she tells him where Aegon is, and the Doublemint twins get him, and Aegon is basically like, I don't even want the throne, bruh. I don't even want it, dog. Sir Eric is getting ready to walk out with Prince Aegon, and here comes Sir Kristen like, nah, bruh, hand him over. So Sir Kristen and Eric get into a little sword fight, y'all, and then the brothers start tussling, y'all. So Aemon and Sir Kristen end up capturing Aegon and take him back to the queen. And Alicent goes and pays her daddy a visit because she already know what's up. And she goes to tell him, you know, I'm running shit. Like, you don't run shit here. I'm going to do it my way. Also, I thought Otto was rolling a blunt. Meanwhile, they breaking the news to their allies like, look, Rhaenyra not going to be the heir to the throne no more. We're going to make Prince Aegon king. And some of the allies ain't having that shit. And they was like, oh, you not bending the knee? True. We finna kill you. This is all in Coswell. He was like, oh shit, let me go ahead and bend the knee, bro. Let me go ahead and bend the knee. Yeah. Long live the king. Yeah, y'all. Also, Alicent have the nerve to go see Rhaenys, who was staying at their place, and be like, look, I'm coming here to ask for your support. We are going to make Prince Aegon the king. And Rhaenys is like, bitch, got some nerve. Like, you really bold. And then here come loose lips Larry's, y'all, ready to spill some more tea. And Alicent is like, look, boy, I done had a long day. And Larry's is like, okay, that may be true, but they some spies working in the Red Keep. I can handle that for you if you want me to. And then come to find out, Lord Larry's got a foot fetish, honey. When she took her socks off and released them toes, baby. Y'all saw it. I ain't even gonna talk about it. Nasty. So Queen Alicent and Prince Aegon is, they on their way to the coronation or wherever. And she's like, look, do you understand the blessings that are bestowed to you? Do you understand the gravity? Aegon like, I don't give a fuck. Listen, my daddy never wanted me to be king, honey. Never. That nigga even like me. So they crown Aegon the king, child. And, everything seems to be going well. So then, baby, Rhaenys dragon, Malice, busts up in the joint, shuts down the coronation. And she like, yeah, I'm on my dragon, bitch. I don't support this shit. And just like that, Rhaenys went from a bitter Betty to a badass bitch. Y'all, I need to take 3 days off of work. I'm gonna see if I can get some bereavement. If you haven't seen the finale, get off this house right now, because I am pissed. Rhaenyra learned that her father died. She had a baby. She buried a baby. Became queen. And is gonna have to bury another baby. Like, whenever you think about having a day, think back to this episode, baby. You ain't experienced nothing. They tell her the news that Viserys dead. She doesn't know. It's been like a day or two. Rhaenys actually pulls up, you know, because at the end of last episode, her and Meleys blew up the spot at the coronation. So she rode on over on Meleys to go tell Rhaenyra that the king is dead. And also Alicent's oldest, dumbest, drunkest son essentially stole the throne. And they bring the boys in, Jacaerys and Lucerys, and they break the news to them like, hey, y'all's grandpa died. And Lucerys was like, Viserys? Like, they were acting shocked, like Viserys wasn't like half a corpse the last time they saw him. So Rhaenyra does have the baby. Like I said, the baby was a preemie. The baby didn't make it. It was a super sad moment. So after Rhaenyra had the baby, and they had like they had a funeral for the baby, and then one of the Doublemint twins rose up and it's basically bent the knee for her and accepted her as the rightful heir. So she's crowned the queen, and everybody essentially is just bending the knee to her. Okay, so Rhaenyra rolls up, straight like a scene from Belly, baby. And then Rhaena was like, you want some wine, queen? And she was like, yes, Rhaena. Give me the whole damn bottle. Rhaenyra is like, look, let's go to the drawing board. What we looking like? What allies we got? What houses we got to support us? So Daemon, y'all know he love to go to war. He love to fight. So he just can't wait. I mean, he's saying we need to do this, we need to do that. And Rhaenyra's kind of looking at him like, pipe down. You're not in charge. And so Rhaenyra was like, well, they got dragons, don't they? And they were like, they got 3 dragons. But Daemon's like, we got like 13 or 14, We got Carmax, we got Ajax, we got Cracker Jacks. So Otto Hightower had the nerve to pull up to Dragonstone and be like, hey, look, you can have Dragonstone if y'all would just bend the knee to King Aegon. He's like, swear up, like bring Otto to me. We finna get it popping. And so again, Rhaenyra's like, look, nope. We need to assess the shit first before we do the shit. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, Otto, you ain't nothing but a traitor ass. Give me this hand of the kingpin. So Corlys enters the chat. We thought he was dead because he'd been gone for 6 years. He'd been in the Stepstone. So Corlys basically says, the House of Velaryon will support you. I own Daenerys C now because, I've been over at the Stepstones for 6 years and I done finessed my way. So everybody is like, they send in their ravens. They go into the house of such and such and like just trying to rally up the troops, right? Lucerys is going to House of Baratheon, and Jacaerys is going to maybe the Starks, I believe. So again, Lucerys is a very gentle child, and you could tell he's really nervous and he's got a lot of anxiety about this. But Rhaenyra's like, baby, you're gonna do fine. And this is the heartbreaking part about it, because the baby was scared. So meanwhile, they're around the table again, and there's some tension between Daemon and Rhaenyra. She's trying to call the shots. Daemon is like overstepping his bounds, and she said, oh, she needs to keep peace, da-da-da-da. He's like, that's your bitch ass daddy. That's my bitch ass brother talking again. Everybody clear the room. I need to talk to Daemon by himself. I need to protect the realm, this whole Song of Ice and Fire. And then Daemon like chokes her up. So Lucerys gets down to the House of Baratheon. And as soon as he gets there with his dragon, Vhagar is already there. Vhagar is the dragon that Aemon stole from Laena's girls after she died. Like, Vhagar is already there. He had already parallel parked, So Lucerys got in there in front of the Baratheon dude and was like, look, I got a note from my mama, okay? And my mama is the queen, by the way. She's the rightful heir. And we need your full support. And the Baratheon dude was like, that's it? You ain't bring nothing else? You ain't bring no sweet potato pie? It's fall. You ain't bring no liquor. You ain't bring no Hennessy, no nothing? So Aemon is basically like, look, you really thought you can come up in here and steal my brother's throne and not pay for it? No, it's time for you to pay your debt. Baratheon's like, nope, y'all not doing that shit here. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here, because not on my watch. So they walk Viserys back to his dragon. He takes off, is storming like crazy, and here comes Aemon with Vhagar, honey. So Aemon is taunting him and chasing him essentially with his dragon Vhagar, who is way bigger. Aemon and both Viserys was trying to get their dragons to like obey them. So I'm not gonna show it, but Vhagar eats Viserys and his dragon. I am distraught. So Daemon breaks the news to Rhaenyra, and baby, this how you know season 2 is about to pop off. Look at his face.